tea time, but it's also almost time for Destiny 2 Lightfall. Hello everyone, I'm your host Logan, and in today's video we're going to be going through everything you need to know about Lightfall before it comes out. First is going to be the release date. Lightfall is going to be released on February 28th, 2023, and it is going to be coming out on all platforms, PC, PS4, and Xbox, and is currently available for pre-order. Next is going to be what we know so far about the Lightfall story. Lightfall is going to be kicking off the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga, and in this one, the Witness and Callus are working together with a new Cabal army called the Shadow Legion, who fight alongside a new enemy called Tormentors. This is all going to be taking place on Neomuna, which is the capital of Neptune, which is home to the Cloud Striders, a new civilization we've never encountered before. And unlike any other location, Neomuna is a thriving city that we will be fighting in. Next, there will be a new subclass coming to Lightfall called Strand. Strand is a new green darkness subclass that we will discover throughout the campaign. According to Bungie, Hunter's new subclass will be called Threadrunners, who are apparently masters of movement, speed, and grace. Bungie describes Threadrunners as ones who grasp threads and weave new ones to dart through the air, finding the fastest way between 2 points. Titan's new subclass will be the Berserker, which Bungie describes as untamed and wild. Berserkers will tear at Strand to manifest claws, to sever their targets from weave. Lastly, the Warlock's new subclass is called Broadweavers, who can manipulate the weave with their mind, and can even twist Strand into sentient creatures to do their bidding. Also, all three subclasses are seen using a Strand grappling hook to swing around the map for traversal. In Lightfall, we are going to have a new campaign, of course, and there is going to be a legendary campaign similar to Witch Queen. In the campaign, you're going into Neomuna, a city under siege by Callus's Shadow Legion. The Shadow Legion are enhanced with pyramid technology, and like I said earlier, we'll be fighting alongside units from the pyramid called Tormentors. Look pretty cool. I think the campaign in Witch Queen was by far the best campaign we've ever had, so I'm going to be really looking forward to this one in Lightfall, because I think Bungie knows how to make a great campaign now. Next, we're going to quickly go over some of the new exotic weapons and armor coming to Lightfall. First is going to be a new Strand exotic sidearm called the Final Warning, which has charged tracking rounds that look similar to how you charge the Cryosthesia. Next is going to be the Deterministic Chaos, which is an exotic machine gun that gives rhythmic debuffs. The 4th shot weakens enemies, and the 16th shot makes enemies volatile. Overall, it looks like it's going to be a very good PvE ad clearing weapon. Next 3 exotics are going to be armor. First being I really don't know how to say this one, man, but it's an exotic helmet which grapples give woven mail, which gives you flinch resistance, so that makes the helmet good for sniping in Crucible. It'll be fun to use and see how it works. The Titans get the Abiant Leap, an exotic leg piece that spawns additional Strand lashes when you use your barricade, which looks like it might be annoying in Crucible. The Warlock also gets exotic boots called Swarmers, which destroying tangles spawns Threadlings. To me, this sadly looks like it's going to be the worst one. Just not that interesting compared to the other two. Next is going to be a exotic stasis glaive called Winter Bite, which freezes enemies with frost orbs. Looks pretty cool, and the fact that it's stasis might make it good in PvE and PvP. Another new change is Bungie is trying to make it easier to find a team to play with, since a lot of the content you need a squad to play with in Destiny. So there's going to be a new Guardian ranking system in the game that basically lets players know who's good and who's not. I mean, that's basically what Bungie said when they were like announcing this new system. Not only that though, Bungie is also adding a new LFG system that's built into the game, which will be really nice and is supposed to go hand in hand with the new Guardian ranking system. Also, lastly, there's going to be what Bungie calls Guardian Commendations, where at the end of an activity, you can go on a Guardian and click on the experience you had with them. This is similar to what they have in other games like in Overwatch, and it'll be an interesting change. Next couple changes are going to be the new in-game loadouts and mod overhaul. You'll finally be able to save a specific build / loadout and be able to switch in between the loadout you want for what you're doing. You can name each loadout, like one being for a raid, one being for trials, you get the idea. Now with mods, you're going to be given a specific screen now called the Mod Manager to make managing your mods easier. Also now you don't have to wait for 801 to sell you a specific mod. Now, all mods will be available to you by achieving Guardian rank 6, which, by the way, most players will already be past rank 6 when Lightfall launches. Also, another big change to mods is mods coming from the artifact will passively apply to you, meaning if there is an overload mod for pulse rifles, instead of having to manually put it on, it's already passively there. In my opinion, this is a great change. 2 more overhauls coming to the game are going to be weapon crafting and materials. With weapon crafting, Bungie is working on reducing deep sight weapon hoarding by introducing alternate ways to earn deep sight currencies. Bungie also wants to give players a way to specifically unlock the pattern of the weapon they're targeting, and fix the need to actively use a weapon you don't like to extract its currency. So that means you'll probably be able to just delete the weapon to get its pattern now. Also, now after you reach the soft gear cap, blue engrams will stop dropping in the world, which has been a requested change. Instead of the blue gear, you'll instead just get extra glimmer. As usual, there are limited details about the raid. We usually don't get information until after the expansion comes out, but the date has been announced. It's going to be March 10th, which means the raid will be played on a Friday. Lastly, I did want to talk about the changes coming to Crucible. Most, if not all, of these changes are probably already in the game now since the last update, once this video goes live. First off though, Bungie is gonna start taking out freelance as an option, as Bungie keeps adjusting matchmaking. Like in this season, we saw the introduction of fireteam based matchmaking. Bungie's goal is to completely remove freelance though. Next, Bungie is thankfully fixing airborne effectiveness to where your guns will feel as effective as they were before the change was made. They will also be increasing the base cooldown of barricade, thruster, and dodge by 20% because of how strong they become. Storm grenades will also be nerfed, and Bungie is reversing the nerf they did to sliding, which means we get more movement, which is always a good thing for Crucible. Besides recent quality of life changes to Crucible, new maps and future changes to Crucible are announced to be in future seasons. Alright, and that's going to be everything you need to know about Lightfall. Let me know in the comments what you're excited about in Lightfall. Thanks for tuning in and watching till the end. I love you. Like and subscribe.